Super Spears Brothers.
Welcome back to Failure.
That's just the subtitle for my life.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my... This is a hard level to get all the coins in, I believe. And by the way, when I say I believe, I'm just saying in general that I have beliefs.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's no.
Hey, you can't say anything negative, because I have beliefs. If I believe something, you're not allowed to say that it's not true, because I'm entitled to my beliefs. And
Beliefs are things people say that they feel... that's good though. Beliefs are
reset the episode.
Okay. Beliefs are what people say when they don't want to when they have an opinion they don't want to justify with facts.
The funny thing is that people are always saying, like, well, I have a right to my belief, when you said something that clearly points out that they're wrong.
Yeah. So,
and
well,
it's
yeah,
just
you do. I also have the right to point out that you're wrong, and
That's
you have
right.
the right to be totally incorrect.
Yeah, free speech kind of goes both ways. If you want to say your stupid thing that's stupid and that you shouldn't believe, I'm going to tell you it's stupid.
Yeah.
That doesn't infringe on your rights. I don't have the authoritative power to take away...
But Blake, you work for the Freedom of Information.
That's
You
right.
have the right to censor people.
You're right, I do actually have the right to censor people. So, except for me, everyone else can't just say... No, people can say whatever the fuck they like. It's just... Sometimes you'll get arrested for it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too, is that I don't think I don't think people don't have freedom of speech just because, like, they're taken off TV for saying it. It's not like they were arrested.
No.
In fact, in an extremely theoretical sense, even if people are arrested for their ideas, they shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. But they still might have some sort of level of freedom of speech because, of course, can you win this?
I don't know where the other coin is the thing.
There's 2 more coins.
Yeah, I know where one of them is.
Okay.
And I don't know what the other is.
Did you go down the secret hole at all?
No, because there wasn't a coin down there, I think. I'm pretty sure I checked last time. No, somebody already won. I already lost.
Well, maybe you can find that other coin in the time.
It might be in the secret spot.
Even if somebody was arrested for their ideas and what they said, they still have the freedom to say it. Mm-hmm. They just have a consequence. Now, the consequence is something that we should eliminate when it comes to just saying things.
Yeah, well...
Well, I mean, you know, as long as... Anyway, the point is...
I'm thinking specifically, like, I'm going to right now go and murder a person.
I don't think you should be arrested for saying it. I think you should be arrested for going out and murdering and attempting to murder somebody.
That's true.
You should be arrested as a way to prevent you from murdering them, and not because you said it.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's not against freedom of speech. Oh, okay. That was a good way to zoom ahead there. Yeah. It's not against freedom of speech for there to be some sort of consequence for saying something that is extremely...
inflammatory or whatever.
Inflammatory or whatever else like that. It's, you know, I mean, in a complete freedom of speech where there was no restrictions at all, it could be, but you're not being prevented from saying it. Mm-hmm. And, like, if it's something like that incites violence or hate, you know, I can understand hate laws when it comes to, like, actually hate speech that is targeted and directed towards action. Like, for example, like, saying something in general, like, I hate... everyone from Albuquerque is not something that I think should be covered by hate laws. But
well, it's also true and fully reasonable.
That's right. But if it's something like, you know, hey everyone, rise up and murder everyone from Albuquerque, that seems...
Here are their names and addresses and where you can get free weapons.
I think it's reasonable to protect people from those murderers. And the other thing that I find interesting about free speech is, of course, people always talk about freedom to express any idea, but they don't talk about the freedom for anyone to express any idea and have it heard. Yeah. Like, if we really believed in freedom of speech, we wouldn't just be talking about freedom of you know, being able to say, I hate the Jews, or I hate the blacks, or I hate the white people. You
should really take that out of context. And just like...
Hey, somebody, edit that as a music video. I hate the blacks, I hate the white people, I hate the Chinese. Oh, I didn't say that originally. Well, I do now.
You're just getting too honest, man. Too real.
Just the Cantonese. Not the ones from Hong Kong. Specifically the mainland Cantonese. Because, you know, God, just choose a battle and pick with it.
Pick with it?
Shut up. I hate you. I incite violence against my brother. Go after him and make sure that he is dead by the end of the sentence.
Victoria biker gangs.
My Victoria area biker gangs.
That's also an obscure reference that nobody would get.
Only the two of us and
possibly the guy who posted it, though probably not.
Yeah. Hey, guy who posted that you wanted us to dead.
You made an impact on us.
Yeah,
not a scary one. You didn't actually scare us, but it made us laugh.
A lot.
Yeah, like we're still laughing about it.
Yeah, no.
That's what you get for putting up unfunny sketch comedy. You get beaten to death by picos.
Oh, there is one over there in the corner there. Is that the one you missed?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I know what that one is now.
Okay, good. We're gonna try this again.
Okay, one more time, and then I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, because the audience isn't gonna watch this over and 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 over.
It's too bad because they already gonna have to.
Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay, what you don't hear a lot about is people having the
Oops.
do it again. Do the fucking again, you loser. What people don't talk about is that if you're going to really defend freedom of speech, and it's like your big thing, you're going to say, no, Nazis should be able to say, like, kill all the Jews with impunity. Then you should say, also, we need to fund programs to provide all homeless people with equal media access to Rupert Murdoch and the most wealthy billionaires.
Yeah.
Because if billionaires should get the right to speak, why can't crazy homeless people that have insane theories that don't even make any sense? You know,
this is the internet.
Well, okay, but homeless people don't have that much access on the internet, and their ideas are not likely to be heard. Part of the idea of the freedom of speech is presumably the freedom to be heard. For example, you have the right to say anything inside your cell. You know, it's not a true freedom unless you have the freedom to express it and have it be heard by someone.
Words spoken aloud but not heard are meaningless.
That's right. So the freedom.
I just got philosophical on your ass.
You know, you did that before. You basically acted like Socrates with all his boy lovers.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier to get on the second lap, honestly.
I think so too.
Squishy.
Squishy.
Anyway, I think that if you're going to say
squirted.
that...
I'm sorry.
Censor that, please. If you're going to say that anyone on the media should get the right to say anything they want, then you should also include it to say that every person needs to be heard, including people that have mental illness.
Including people who are advocating against free speech.
Yeah, exactly. Also, most of the time when people complain about somebody like censoring somebody else, usually somebody just complaining about that person.
Yeah, usually saying, hey, I don't agree with you. That's not censorship. That's that's debate.
That's debate.
Usually
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of freedom of speech, is to invoke and deliver like argument and debate. That's
to be fair, on the internet, 90% of debates.
Don't go for that one first, because it's going to be a disaster.
90% of debates on the internet are, I disagree with your point. Here's why. You fucking moron.
Usually, actually, that was a strange glitch. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
That's me using a magnet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Every time I use a magnet, you think something's gone horribly wrong. Mostly because nobody uses
I don't understand magnets. It's a
magnets?
technology.
How do they work?
They work the same way the Chinese do.
Not at all. Okay.
Chinese built most of Canada's railroads.
And the US's.
And then they were blown up by the bombs that they used to
make the railroads.
And nobody cared because, you know...
They're just Chinamen.
They're just Chinamen.
Have we mentioned the fact that it's funny how Chinaman is fine, but Chinaman is horribly offensive? I
don't think Chinaman is fine either. I think there's a general
It sounds
consensus.
like a superhero. Chinaman!
He's like a bull in a china shop, only just the bull part.
I'd like to buy some China. More, because, I don't know, it'd actually be really expensive. There's a lot of land there.
Brendan, you're exactly like fine China.
Oh, really? That I break easily? And shatter into pieces and cry in the corner?
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's a song that's in the new Just Dance game, and it's by that guy who beat up his girlfriend.
Which one? I'm guessing you mean Chris Brown.
Chris
Brown,
Brown,
could have been any number of people.
Yeah, those of you who have followed pop culture, not me, will know the song quite well. I don't.
Which one is it?
Fine China.
I don't know that one.
It's a song about how this girl he wants to be. He says you're collectible, just like you're delicate collectible, just like fine China, which I find pretty offensive.
It's problematic on its own.
But he also beat up his girlfriend, and he's saying that she's basically delicate like fine China.
Yeah,
it really is a little questionable. There's a lot of misogyny actually in Just Dance. By the way,
Which is weird because the game is predominantly marketed towards women.
Yeah, it is. Well, most women love that shit when they're just dancing and not paying attention to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Most people don't pay attention to the lyrics in the obsessive way that I do.
Yeah.
Most people don't care the same way I do, and that's fine. But I still find it makes me uncomfortable with dancing along to like misogynistic people. They're just giving too many massages.
Really, and. What the hell happened to that?
Hey, let's talk about feminism. We haven't done that yet.
You haven't done that in a while.
For 60 minutes.
What I find...
You're doing a lot better this time.
Yeah, what I find really interesting is, with Chris Brown,
You know what I find interesting?
every song he does,
You know what I find interesting?
he makes some kind of either coded or accidental or subliminal message to the fact that he beat the shit out of Rihanna. And justifies it in some way. Like, every song.
Rihanna's his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, fucking who cares? Beat the shit out of her. Jeez.
I didn't like that Umbrella song, so she deserves to
Oh
get
no, I
kicked.
like all of her songs.
Oh, okay.
I have nothing against her as a person. I just think she needs to have the shit beat out of her.
That's true.
What's
Apparently,
wrong with that?
he did bite her on the EO, so maybe she was like, I don't like your music. And he was like, you're not listening good enough. And so then he punched her and beat her until she learned.
I think that's a reasonable thing for somebody to do.
It makes sense to me. To be fair, I am a sociopath, so...
I'm a psychopath. Hey, speaking of psychopaths,
Yeah.
you're collectible.
I am.
Just like fine china.
Just like fine china. My fingernails are
Just like-
especially nice.
Hey, fine china rhymes with vagina.
Oh, hey. That's what that song's about. It's about one guy wanting to beat up his vagina.
Oh, Chris Brown, you're such a vagina, and I don't mean that negatively towards vaginas. I mean that you're squishy, and I.
How are these guys doing so much better than me?
Well, basically, they're better,
Stupid computers with their analogs
and their
digitals.
rubber band physics.
And their vacuum tubes.
Molecular vacuum tubes for sale by Chris Brown. Can I say Chris Brown is the most nondescript name for a rapper ever?
He's not a rapper, he's a singer.
Yeah. I assumed he was a rapper because
Because he's black.
He's black. Aren't all black people rappers?
No, but all rappers are black.
I
Even
had
Eminem.
I had Mars Bar today, and it was a black rapper. I think you're right.
Yeah, there you go. We've solved that using science and not just us being... You know, I've
always thought
accomplished
that-
exactly one thing this episode.
Well, that's better than most of our episodes.
That's true.
Alright, give up.